Okay, everyone. Well, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I'm going to start putting some new videos out here. Today, I just really wanted to show you a little bit of a new feature that I found for SQL Server 2022 and higher. To illustrate, I'm just going to jump right in. Let's say I have a simple table, just has an identity value and an integer. So ID and val1, second table, ID and val2. And some simple data, 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 through 400. Same 1, 2, 3, 4, but here we have 100, which matches, 400, which does not match to 200, a null, and that's really the key point we'll get into, does not match 300, 400's match. So if I wanted to compare these two tables and see, show me the differences. If I know nothing about SQL, if I'm new, if I don't understand three-valued logic, I don't understand how nulls work, I just think null is empty, same thing as an empty string, all kinds of things that you naturally think when you move into SQL, when you start working on this. And let me first make sure that the tables don't already exist. Always good practice. Now, let me go ahead and run my setup. Double check. Now, visually, we can all see, okay, 200 doesn't match 400, null doesn't match 300. But again, if I'm new, okay, well, I want to join here. I know what a join is on the IDs where the value in T1 does not equal the value in T2. I'm missing a row, right? I get my first row, but I'm not seeing ID 3, the difference between 300 and null. It's because null is unknown. It is not empty. It is not blank. It is literally unknown. So when you run this, what you're asking the engine is where for the ID 3, 300 is not equal to unknown. I don't know if it matches or if it doesn't. So it's not going to show you. It will fail silently. It doesn't break. Command completed successfully. No error message here. But my data's wrong. So you're now a little bit more experienced. You understand what nulls are. You understand that this is not sufficient. So now we have, if it does not match, or if the first one is null and the second one isn't, or the second one is null and the first one is not. Run this, we get the values you might expect. Yay, it's fantastic. But it's messy. It's sloppy. You got to remember all three lines to be able to catch the non-nulls and the nulls both ways. So what I found with SQL Server 2022 is a brand new feature to SQL Server. I believe it exists in the ANSI standard. Same first two lines where the value in table 1 is distinct from the value in table 2. Run that. It found my null. It is essentially all of this code collapsed into is distinct from, and it works just as it sounds. When the value in the first table is distinct from the value in the second table, but it's null aware, null safe, whatever terminology you want to use. Does it make a performance difference? Unknown. I haven't really tested it at scale. If you look at the execution plan for really all three of these, it's simple. It's only 4 rows. There's no indexes or anything like that. That's not going to show us any difference. but it is straightforward, it is more readable, and it matches the intention, I think, in a much clearer way than having all three of these lines. And more importantly, it gets the right data. This is just wrong. Don't do this. If your data has any possibility of null values, comparisons are one of those things that will silently fail, and then that does not work until downstream a dashboard or a report or a financial number is missing some key information, and then you dig into the details and then you find that failure. So at a minimum, you want to be able to have the conditions here. This works for any version of SQL Server. If you have SQL Server 2022 and higher, thanks to this video, you now have a little bit of an additional tool in your toolkit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.